Hello, I'm Dgray, and welcome to a tour of my Megabase. So, before we start, let's just look over what I've built. This is pretty much built in the main style bus you know from Factorio. So, let's take a look at how I've built it. So, I just built a lookup tower here so you could see it from the top. But let's start from the end. We have resources coming in here, having been built up with a conveyor stackers or conveyor elevators. Have some lime coming in, got some iron, copper, and a caterium over here. So here we have the caterium going into making caterium into these crates. That's been set up in a normal modular setup where I can always just expand it down. The same with the iron coming in here, going into pretty much the same setup, and the same for copper. The outputs of these all go to my main bus that I've set up here, running all the way through the length of the base. The outputs of this is being used to make our plates here, iron plates that's getting sent to the main bus as well. The same with the iron rods, the next thing. So you're probably gonna see all of the items because I have all the items automated as of today with the early active build CL 97236. So this will of course be expanded as soon as the end April update comes out. Moving on, here we have screws being made, going into these and into our main bus as well, since it needs quite a lot further down the lane. Going on, we have reinforced iron plates being made, also getting sent to the bus, screws coming in, making the rotors that we also need. Here we have the next being the modular frames, being sent down to be used for heavier modular frames further down the line, or what's called copper cable being made. Going further down, looking at our cables being made. You can never have too many cables. All the sets is exactly the same thing, just having all the inputs, merging them to one lane output, and then sending down the lane depending on what you need. When I was building this, I had my iron, or what's called steel, smelting here in the middle, since that's where I had room, and I haven't had time to rebuild it yet. I might do that sometime in the future, but that will probably be in a little while. This is also where I have my hub. Just gonna see, I have all of the research at the moment, all the tiers done, which is quite nice, giving me the jetpack and the blade runners. Of course, it's the Xenobasa as well, so I can defend myself. Here we have oil coming in from an off-site, together with the coal and iron from here come into making the steel, going to this crate, and continuing on to the main bus and further down the line where we make other things. Over here we're making our steel pipe, which is good. Also going down the line and continuing over here we make our, what they called, status, that is used for the engines. Same setup. What I've done here on my build is having the two lines in, then doing a bridge over, because then I can always just expand them down. Keep them going with the same simple setup, just expanding how many I need in case they're not producing enough to supply the main bus and whatever we need down the line. Here we have steel plates coming in, or steel ingots, being made into the steel beam, which is also used for Mark III, what's called conveyor belts. Going out to the main bus, in with the steel beam again, being combined with some concrete to make our encased industrial beam that's used for the Tier 4 or Mark IV conveyor belts, also getting delivered out there. Here we're making all our plastic, just making a ton, trying to keep up with the demand of my base. Further down we're making circuit boards, all supplying enough at the moment, so No need to expand that yet. Now we go down to some of the bigger buildings, the 4 input ones. As you can see, I've kept the same input, or setup, sorry, where you pretty much just loop it over each other all the way down, so you can just put one directly next to it and keep expanding the base down, making it completely modular. Only limited by how much can be on a belt. And at the moment that's 450. Might change in the future, but we will see. You can see a bit of spaghetti in here, as I've gone from 1 to 2 belts. We can just go look at that now. I've gone with a 3, 2, 2, 1, 3 setup, or 3, 1, 2, 1 setup. 3 setup, where I can have all my resources being pulled down the line, added onto the other ones, and then being able to move back and forth. So here I have the next one expanding out, since I've running out of room with the first one and the third one. Over here is the experiment of a new kind of build, what's called main bus I'm gonna do in the future. So look forward to that as well. So let's going back to the production. Here we have what's called the modular frames coming in with the screws, with encased beams and the steel pipe to make our modular frames, or heavy modular frames. One of the end game things at the moment. Here we have the Caterium ingots going in that we made all the way back at the start of the base, all the way back there, close to the space elevator. Creating over here to make our quick wire. Goes out, goes in, combines with this to make our computers. Oh no, it's a computer high-speed connectors, which is then in turn needed together with this to make the AI limiter. Here, AI limiters being combined with that to make the supercomputer. And that is pretty much all the what's it called, tech there's available at the moment, and my base is producing all of it at a steady rate. If I want to produce it fast, I can always just expand out our base, bring in more output. Here we have all our belts coming down, here and here, and pretty much just pulling off whatever we need for the base. Here I have a bit of concrete getting pulled out, so I can expand my platform. And to get back and forth, I have made myself a little conveyor belt here on the top. So if we go up here, I can always just jump on my Mic 4 belt, going all the way back. And as the last thing of this base tour, I'm gonna show you how that works, so you can see just how much are down here. And just for the fun of it, I'm gonna equip the jetpack that has no fuel, so that doesn't really matter. But you can see all the things here getting transported to my base. This is my way of traveling around. Look at this beauty. Have things coming in from the coal over here. Have a huge coal plant back here, supplying all the power I need. Back in the back here, just go and see that fast. Oh, that was a glitch. So let's just go check on our coal power back here. Producing all the power I need, together with some geothermal and other things. So here I'm also producing quite a bit of lime, but let's just jump up again. Have set up a small amount of jump pads here to get back and forth to my base. Just jumping up, go, running back and getting back on our main belt to get transported to the start of this base. But this setup should allow me to build whatever is needed in the coming expansions, or as we get closer to the release. So yeah, I think that's the entirety of my build base, or my what's called Factorio style Megabase, where I have a main bus. So yeah, I think that's all I have to I'll say. Just gonna end it here with an overlook of our base, so you can see it one last time. And in the future I'm probably gonna do a let's play in this if any of you would like to see how this is built. It's only taken about 24 hours to build all of this, but that was also on the first playthrough. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and comment if you see something you'd like to change or see more of this kind of content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.